Good morning. This is Jan Cercone, of course, at the Be the Light meditations that we do every Wednesday morning at 9 o'clock. The sole purpose for these meditations is to allow us to make sense of the tremendous changes that we're going through in our bodies as we go through the re-vibration process, in our minds as we try to wrap around what is new and difficult to comprehend in our old way of thinking, and our emotions. Our emotions are the human Achilles heel. We have to navigate and heal all of our old emotional wounding and then deal with our triggers and emotions as new circumstances come up. Even though we have new mindsets, we still have emotional triggers from the past. So a lot of the work that we're doing to prepare ourselves to be leaders for the future and to raise our vibrations, along with this comes a great need for healing and reconstituting the patterning in our body. So it takes a great amount of courage, and that's why I make these videos and reports and different things I do to give you support. I know that I need support, and I have some wonderful beings and friends that I reach out to when I hit a wall or a quagmire. So this morning in my meditation, it was interesting. I saw that here through these changes, the date today is September 23rd, 2015. So we are well on our way towards this accelerated change within our bodies and the global vibrational pattern. We just had a big peace weekend. And as we connected globally for our meditating, we could all feel it together. And we're all being pushed together too. And as we're being pushed together to higher vibrations, we're hitting against the globby, clumpy, old emotions that are not allowing the free sounding of. Think of it as the etheric is a grid of lyre strings or a beautiful harp, and your body is part of that. And if there's emotions on there, it blocks the sounding. It doesn't allow for the full harmonious energy, the singing, the toning of its purity and beauty to come through. So when we do the Be the Light meditation procedure, we're actually going beyond the emotional matrix and going into our perfected divine light body where that doesn't exist. And we feel very, very wonderful for a little while. And then, of course, we come back down and we hit our emotional field. Oh, my goodness. The sun is now out, the morning sun, and it's coming right through one of those beautiful little color things. And I love rainbows so much. I have these all around my house. So this grid that I'm talking about is what is coming back to Earth. And it's going to allow us to feel suspended and held and safe with a new vibrational infrastructure on the planet, going from a denser, blocked one that kind of held us in patterns where we weren't able to access the divine principles of creation, into one that is harmoniously percolating with beautiful music and beingness. And I found this beautiful saying I wanted to share with you this morning by John Roger. All living things are individual instruments through which spirit thinks, speaks, acts, and reveals itself. We are all interrelated in a common accord, a common purpose, and a common good. We are members of a vast cosmic orchestra in which each living instrument is essential to the complementary and harmonics playing of the whole. So I have to laugh when, before I began powerfully in my healing path, I would think that people in the New Age were always healing themselves and always processing. Why couldn't they just go out there and live their lives? And now I understand that they actually contracted with the Creator to come in and to be a change agent, to actually walk through the fire, walk on those burning coals, and have the experiences I know that many of you are having. So a moment ago, I was saying when I woke up this morning, well, a lot of things happened, but I had a profound visual that there were two boulders in my heart, and that there was a opening, like a passageway, and I could see the light on the other side. And I said, what is this heaviness today? Because it does shift, that I want to move through. And I got the vibration of sadness. And I know many of us have sadness, and we think, oh, of course, that's life, it's sadness. But what it does is it gives us nodal sympathetic touchstones that, for instance, if you do not fully grieve someone dying, a special person to you, that every death after that, you are grieving all the deaths previous to it, if they weren't cleared. And every relationship, intimate relationship, we carry the triggers, the baggage, and the expectations that have nothing to do with this beautiful person in front of you. So that's why it's important to go in and to clear the platforms so that you can face life fresh every day in a sense of openness and presence, and let yourself play the harp notes of this moment, of this joy, this co-creation. So today's meditation is going to be about releasing sadness. We all have it as a part of the human condition. So let's begin doing the 3-point Be the Light process by taking a deep breath through our nose and out through our mouth. Beautiful. Take another breath through your nose and out through your mouth. One last deep breath. And on this breath, we ask and intend that our minds go to the 0 point, that we let our thinking go, that we let any grasping attachment or intensity to our thoughts, our beliefs go, and know that they are all relative. And in this moment, we're dropping into absolute truth, the vibrational, perfected pattern of all that is, which your true self resides. And we ask for a moment, it's like putting something wet out of the washer on a clothesline, and the emotions are all the drenched wetness from all the life experiences you've gone through, all the dirt that got washed off in the washer. And this emotional residue now is just the moisture that could have been left in the washer or dryer and molded and became stinky and crummy and been something unwearable. And many of us are wearing old, stinky, moldy, emotional patterning within our cellular and our neurological matrix. Let's imagine that we are taking all of our life experiences with sadness encoded in it for the human experience and taking that out of the washer, and we're putting it on a clothesline. This is the heavenly clothesline. And we are letting the fresh air of change, of hope, of the harmonics, of deep healing, the music of the cosmos and universe coming through as a warm sunshine breeze, and letting it just begin to billow and safely release the fluid. Let it evaporate. Let it be warmed and just gently diffused into a mist. Beautiful. Letting it now come to its natural fabric, its natural beingness, its fresh, clean smell, ready to go again and to have a new adventure. This is a metaphor for you, for your explorative physical self here, holding this beautiful, spiritual, divine being. We are both. But we must remember to put our clothes, take them out of the washer and put them on the clothesline, and let our emotions be cleansed, released, and just let them go. Let them move through you. So We make our intention today as we bring this energy in, that wherever you're in your body, you are holding emotions of sadness or grief. Could be in your lungs, that is traditional. For me today, it is these boulders in my heart. Let's just feel into the vibration of sadness, missed opportunities, not being included, losing a romantic love, heartbreak, your child is suffering, your partner is ill, you have lost your financial stability, your health is fading. We allow ourselves to see the many faces of sadness, and we ask that we have a crystal clear understanding and embracing of the vibration of sadness and the lessons that it brings to our human progression towards wholeness. Take a deep breath through the nose and out through the mouth. So as we ask and intend to set this sacred space, we place ourselves in a geometric pattern, a grid, that is perfectly patterned to meet with the outer grid that all that is. We first must come out of separation. We ask that the nodal points of our geometric field in our physical body line up to the geometrical nodal points of the earth grid. We ask that these grids also line up with the grids of the outer galactic spheres. And now to the universal spheres of all that is. We ask that we be very safely, calmly, and comfortably suspended in this gentle, loving, musical humming of the universe. Imagine that you are held in the snuggly, like the papoose of the indigenous women. We had a snuggly when I was carrying my children around the house. Nice and safe, where you can feel the heartbeat of the mother. And the heartbeat of the mother is the heartbeat of the Creator, the feminine face of the Creator. It is also the heartbeat of Earth. And what resides in this beautiful sandwich of creation is you. You are the meat, you are the sustenance, the substance, where it all happens, the action, the flavor, the unique expression of the Creator's beingness here on earth. You are in the middle. So let's begin this recircuiting procedure through the Be the Light by calling in our spirit guides. We call in the higher beings of light, our family, our spirit family, the interdimensional beings, ascended masters, angelic realms, our higher self. Sometimes I don't even know what words to use, but just feel it and know that the minute we ask that we are supported and these beings are here beautifully, always, unfailingly. Let yourself even feel the hands of these loving, high vibrational beings on your shoulders. Let them be watching your back, or perhaps even embracing you. You are not alone. Again, you are suspended on this beautiful hammock of creation, vibrational perfection. And we're going to allow for you to let the emotions just dry out a little bit. Let that dampness of grief begin to dissipate from your lungs. So we're going to do this simply by asking that, facilitated by the guides, that this energy of the Creator is now flowing in through your crown chakra into the channels of your being. We ask specifically that this energy drench our emotional body now. Feel the heaviness of anticipatory anxiety from more sadness. Feel the confusion over losing what you held dear. We ask and intend that this confusion begin to move, dry, evaporate, so that you may see clearly that your path required this experience. Sometimes this is difficult to hear and understand, but there's a part of your knowing, awakening, your growing compassion through this loss for other people, your sense of common good, that everyone deserves what you just lost, and now you will be the type of person who works, that other people are supported and protected in this realm. This is how it works. We are a touch team to support and heal and assist each other across the threshold into the new paradigm. How can we help the millions of people who are at the stage of loss and more change and transition and loss to come, unless we have made peace with loss of material goods, of things we were attached to, things that we felt we needed to be whole, to be safe, to be powerful, for our ego to be fluffed, for all these different human reasons. We ask first and foremost that we clear our confusion and our anger and our rage at the Creator for bringing this loss and this sadness to us once again. Hitting up against this huge well of residual sadness from our entire life of loss, feeling sad, feeling left out. These boulders in the heart, this energy of denseness and heaviness, saturation of grief in the lungs. We are asking that it now receive a specific vibrational balm from creation that is coming in and very gently, like a laser that they use in surgery to break up kidney stones, is beginning to move, release, and break apart some of these energetic patterns at the chemical cellular level, at the neurological response patterning level. We are actually, it's like walking through a minefield, and we are gently down and picking, gently bending down, and we know where each minefield is, working with these divine energies. We put our hand in the ground and we disable it, that we no longer have that emotional trigger or minefield present within us. We ask and intend that we accelerate this process now, and that every trigger, sadness, little dendrite, neurological nerve point that is there waiting for the next shoe to drop, we ask that that be incapacitated, softened, and now dissipated, that you're having a sense of complete undefended bliss and safety. There is no drama button. There is no trauma button. For you see, it's not loss at all. It's just a shift in the environment, in an illusionary density game, a playboard that is now moved to teach you and to move you, and to move your heart towards more openness, your lungs to receive clarity, fresh air, and open, and move through and circulate a new energy of presence. We are releasing the dampness and the moldness of the past, just as you walk into an antique store or your grandma's basement. You can smell and feel the past. It's actually living. It holds specific organisms that you then breathe in and create a moldy fungus situation within your body. We are putting a new, burning off, fresh air, sunlight procedure into every system within our body that has been part of the sadness, patterning, and emotional triggers. We're letting it go even in places we can't even imagine, even in other lifetimes. We're going to cross other timelines. Take a deep breath through the nose and out through the mouth. And this work is very deep, and it does take a little while to go in and work with the organs. Hold our anger in the liver. Hold our sadness in our lungs. Take another deep breath, and this time, now that there is more room and more receivership, more space, allow a soft pink lavender color to breathe into the lungs, to give it levity. Let the alveoli be popped open, and just imagine that a liquid sunshine is coming in and now washing away even more grief from your heart, from your lungs and heart. They're also synchronistically connected. And so let this pulsing of the heart and the breathing of the air, let it move the residual, move the thick layers, move the elasticized areas that has lost the actual tissue action, or it has become calcified. We are opening, stretching, expanding, and healing at the physical level by entering through the etheric, energetic, creative, imaginational realm. So this is truly happening. I am imagining that this beautiful laser is now broken up both of the boulders in my heart, and there is no blockage now. We ask that any block of sadness or grief or patterning just be released now. Now we need to get acclimated to this new feeling of spaciousness. It can actually be a little bit disorienting, and it can feel so expansive. So go ahead and take a deep breath, and let's say we are infinitely grounded, we're infinitely safe, and this is a new way of feeling. It is buoyant, it is open. It's more of a feeling of levity. So let this feeling now expand throughout your chest. Let it come up into your neck, into your throat. And if you find you need to do some very nice deep breathing or even emoting, just keep it flowing. Just keep everything flowing and moving. Excellent. We're like putting fireman's hoses into all these channels of our stuck emotions. I know that I'm feeling it very powerfully. And now I'm feeling it is moving down. Let's move it down into the muscles of our stomach, where we hold that anxiety and tension about loss, about the fear of moving forward for more loss. And we're letting the energy go into every layer of our torso muscular system. We hold a lot of girding and armoring. We are letting that go. And we are finding that our belly is soft now. And we are deeply, deeply, deeply breathing in even more divine essence that is expanding, opening, and your body is welcoming and soaking up like a sponge these new energies of relaxation, alignment, and well-being. Just feel it. Don't think it. Just feel this energy. We ask and intend to release the profound sadness in our lungs and heart that we have experienced in our life, and the many facets and myriads of pictures and movies. We see that they are all part of a larger matrix. Our sadness of separation from this harmonic grid of peace, truth, and love that is directly provided to us from our Creator. So we are in deep grief as a human species, and on a personal and global level, that we have been out in the cold on a long journey away from our Creator. And we are longing to go home. We merely need to ask to feel and merge with the vibration of the Creator to move back into the harmonious grid of all that is. We ask and intend in this moment, with this new spaciousness, that we let this fiber optic grid of divine alignment and retuned vibrations come within our body now. We ask that we merge with this powerfully, deeply, and permanently. We ask that any limiting thoughts or thoughts of sadness, confusion about our life process and lessons simply roll off, and that we are given the view of our divine self. We are in this moment present and accepting what is. Take a deep breath through your nose and out through your mouth. And now let this energy merge beyond your skin. And notice to what area you are feeling safe. I'm going to go out maybe 2 feet from my body. And I'm going to create a beautiful golden egg around my physical body. And so that I feel safe. And that these energies can keep clearing and percolate, and I feel expanded and safe. We're also, because of the limited time that we're spending here, just minutes, versus years that we have created this backlog of sadness and grief, we're going to ask this spirit magician facilitators that we set ourselves into a healing chamber for 3 weeks, so that this can be done in a timing of grace and ease. So we ask that our conscious mind, we set this golden this golden resilient kind of rubbery egg around our physical body, that we are protected from the outside world. And we ask that the guides again help us continue this purifying flush, this delicious retuning of this prime essence coming in, and the old grief moving out. We're kind of like gold panning here, letting all the dirt out and just keeping the gold, which is the truth, the core, the high vibration of who you really are. So in this moment, feel this divine essence flowing through you, through your body safely, and you're on this hammock of the grid, a full connection of all that is. And it's going down and it's weaving in to the Earth's beautiful natural harmonic grid, coming up through you and back up, back your neck, top of your head up, and connecting into the matrix of all that is. Now you can just float in this. As I sign off, you can just stay in this meditation peacefully and just allow for the process to take place as it will, because of your choice, because of your conscious intention. So thank you for joining me today. I am Jan Cercone at Sound and Light Healing Arts. Thank you so much.